So this is part two of how to start journaling and stick at it when you don't know how. Now, in part one, if you haven't watched it, we talked about why, getting the right journal, lovely pen, right environment, time of day, and just simply writing one word. Now, I'm going to expand on that. But first, head to my website and go and get something called, it's on free stuff. It's a 21-day Reinvent Yourself challenge. And the reason I'm saying sign up for that is because you will get an email every day with something to do. And sometimes we just need that spark of inspiration to keep us going. So day two of the challenge, so the day one of that challenge was the word intention. And all I did then was invite you to write one word down, go about your day, and then write about it at night. Now, today's word or today's thing in the 21-day challenge is the word awareness. So again, you might look at that challenge and going, what am I aware of in my life that feels unfulfilled? I don't know. I don't know how to work that out. How do I answer that? So here's what we do. Now, you might be aware of mind mapping. Some people call them spider diagrams. So what we want to do is get our journal, and I'm going to write the word awareness. Okay. And I'm going to stick that in the middle of the page. So here's what you do. So if you have a look at that thing that's going to come through on the email, there's a question that says, what am I aware of in my life that feels unfulfilled? Just sit with the question, write awareness in the middle of the page, and then you're going to write 5 words. What are the 5 words? So what am I aware of that's in my life that feels unfulfilled? So let's say you work. You might write down the word it's work. You might be having no fun. So really, that's not happening for you. Oh, you're feeling unfulfilled in terms of, oh, yes, you don't know what you're here to do. So you're feeling lost. You're aware that you're at some kind of crossroads. You're aware of, oh my goodness me, relation, I can't spell, ships are not going as well as you wanted. And you're not following your heart's desires. Now, obviously, I just completely made them up. Right, so we got a 5-word mind map. Get the email, look at the word awareness, look at whatever those prompts are, feel into them, do that mind map, and then all you have to do is leave it for the day. Or if you're doing this at night, sleep. So sleep on it. And in the morning, you look at your mind map. I always come into the heart space. I always come in here and I do something called the 3 hearts meditation. And that is so simple. So we focus on our heart and we take our breath down, down, down through our body, down through our feet. Imagine there are roots growing from the bottom of our feet, going into the heart of Mother Earth. And we're going to drink up, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, all of that beautiful earth energy. And we're going to bring that into our heart. And then we're going to take our breath up, 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 into the heart of the universe. That might be God, grace, higher self, whatever works for you. And then you breathe that beautiful light, all that energy back into your heart. Go back to your journal. And as I've said before, we start with the mundane. But if you've done that little meditation and you look at that mind map and you go, I'm really aware that work is just not fulfilling me. And just start writing. And what we want to do, so I've got 5 words: work, no fun, lost crossroads, relationships, and heart's desires. Make sure those 5 words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 actually, I can't count. Just ignore me. 5 words. But I've got 6, so, however many you do, don't shoot the messenger. So I got 6 words, but it's only meant to be 5. Make sure your 5, 6 words are inside that stuff that you're writing, and then reflect on it, and then think about, what can I do about this? One baby step. So that's the 5-word mind map. So day 3 of my challenge is all about creating a vision. So that's creating a vision for your life and the things that you want. Again, you might be sat there going, I'm not a visual person. So when it comes to when I talk about visual things, you might see, sense, know, or feel. So we're going to think about the vision. Now, I don't know how spiritual you are, whether you feel that you've got guides or whatever. You might have a loved one that has passed to spirit. So here's what I'm going to suggest that you do. So again, we need our journal, and I'm going to suggest you write a question. Now, if I were writing to someone who passed into spirit, that would be my dad, that's George. And I very fondly call him Georgie. So I might write, Dear Georgie, I need to create a vision for my life. Can you help me? What might that vision be? So ask a series of questions, or it might be just Dear Spirit, Dear God, Grace, Universe. So you're writing to something else, someone else, a higher source of love, kindness, wisdom, compassion. And you're going to write this, stick it under your pillow and go to sleep. And in the morning, wake up, first thing that comes to mind. Now, there's something lovely about the morning. Look at what you've written and just write without thinking. And sure as eggs is eggs, something will come out. So far in this series, I've taught you about writing just one word. I've taught you about the 5-word mind map. I've taught you about writing the mundane and letting the magic come, asking spirit, God, grace, universe, a relative that has passed on for some guidance. So these are all techniques that you can embed in your journaling in any way you want. So one day you might do a 1 word, another day you might do a mind map, another day you might just sit down and go, I just want to write. Mundane, then it becomes the magical. So I'm just going to go through one last thing that is in our 21-day challenge, and it's day 4, which is about release. So obviously you will get your email, and then we've got our question, journal prompt, mantra, tip, and reflection. So we have those 5. Those 5. I'm wondering whether I can count anymore, given that I said a 5-word mind map and wrote 6 things, but not to worry, not to worry. There's definitely 5 things. So now I'm going to talk about affirmations and how journaling around affirmations is so powerful. So on day 4, which is release, the affirmational mantra says, I release what I no longer need. Write that down in your journal. I release what I no longer need. Okay, hands on heart, look at it. What is the first thing that comes to mind? And you might find that you don't resonate with that at all. You feel deep resistance. So what we do is we take the mantra and we turn it into a question. What do I need to release that I no longer need? Can't work out what that is? Don't forget, spider diagram, write the word release, write 5 words around the outside and 5 things that come straight to mind. Or do the mundane, work into the magical. So if you feel resistance, what we have to do is explore, why is that not true for me? Why is that not true for me? And then explore it. Now, if it really resonates, I release what I no longer need. Write yourself a list and then write yes to whatever that first thing is that you want to release. So there's some of my tips in part 2 of how to start journaling when you don't know how. So it's all about finding ways that work for you. There is no right or wrong answer. You do not have to get up in the morning and do however many morning pages and stuff like that unless you want to. But what my intention is to give you different ways to help make it more interesting and help you to stay on track. So I'm Dale. You can find the 21-day Reinvent Yourself Challenge on my website, daledarley.com, under free stuff. Sign up. and just let yourself explore this thing called journaling through a challenge. Okay, now if you love what I do, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and I will see you in the next video.